Hi, all. This is Krithick Madhavan, Section D 2401269, trying to explain the impact of Trump tariff on the Indian economy. Trade tensions are eating up again. The Trump administration has announced a set of new tariffs and that are about to take effect, targeting a wide range of imports, including those from India. But what exactly does this mean for the Indian economy? Why is these newspapers pushing on it as a serious issue on their front pages every day? Let's try to dive deep in. Let's try to understand what tariffs are. A tariff is a tax imposed on the imported goods and services. It makes foreign products more expensive, theoretically encouraging domestic production. The latest set of Trump tariff aim to increase duties on key industrial and consumer goods imported from various countries, including India. These tariffs are intended to reduce the US trade deficit and promote America First policy, that is, Make America Great Again, MAGA. What is the current India's trade relationship with the US? United States is one of the India's largest trading partner in 2023. India exported over 80 billion worth of goods to the US, including pharmaceuticals, textiles, IT services, and etc. With higher tariff, these goods will become more expensive for American consumers, potentially reducing the demand. This can impact India's growth GDP, employment, and foreign exchange earnings. Let's try to dive deep into the sectors which is getting affected. There are several key industries which will feel the pinch, and major would be pharmaceuticals. India is a major supplier of generic drugs to the US, and tariffs could make these drugs costlier, affecting India's pharmaceutical exports. And apparels. Higher cost may lead US retailers to seek cheaper alternatives from other countries like Bangladesh and other places. And IT services the most. While not directly subject to tariff, India's outsourcing and IT firms could face indirect pressure due to deteriorating trade relationship. Does this actually help the US? Let's try to understand. In theory, tariff could encourage American consumers to buy locally made products. However, many industries in US rely on Indian imports due to cost advantage. For instance, if Indian pharmaceutical become expensive, American health cost could rise. Similarly, American business rely on Indian textiles might see their cost increase. This could contribute to cost push inflation where the overall price level rises due to the increased production cost. What are the macroeconomic implications for India? The Indian economy could face multiple macroeconomic challenges due to these tariffs. First is the CAD, that is current account deficit. India's CAD could widen as exports to the US decline, reducing dollar inflows. And second is the exchange rate pressure. A lower trade surplus might weaken the Indian rupee against the dollar, making imports more expensive. And third would be the unemployment. Export-driven sectors may see losses affecting aggregate demand and slowing economic growth. And how can India potentially respond to this? Yes, India has several potential responses, and first could be diversification of export market. Expanding trade relationship with Europe, Asian, and the Middle East can reduce reliance on the US. Second is negotiation and trade agreements. India can engage in a diplomatical discussion or seek exemptions where possible. And last would be strengthening domestic manufacturing. With the Make in India initiative, India could boost its self-reliance and mitigate dependence on US demand. And what is the scene from ahead? Looking ahead on the impact of the tariff, the long-term effect of these tariffs will depend on India's ability to adapt. While the short-term impacts may be painful, strategic reforms and trade diversification can help India emerge stronger. Will these tariffs really help the US, or will they just disrupt global trade and increase cost for everyone? Yeah. So, thanking everyone. Thank you.